So, today we have a single leg on the agenda. Now, first of all, in general, I really like to fight or wrestle more. Let's say wrestle more like a Greco-Roman wrestler, more uprights, and start gripping on the upper body. But actually, I think one of my highest percentage finishes is actually single leg. It's just that I don't generally shoot like from a freestyle position, make a shot for a single leg. But there's a lot of tie-up situations where I do actually end up taking the leg. And I really like single leg, and I'm going to show you the way I like to control this today. We're not going to do any entries today, so today is just about, we have the position. How do you control it? At least how I like to control it. I mean, there's no absolutes. There's always people do it in a bit of a different ways. We'll look at the single leg control. Most of the training will be just one position out to control, and we'll do two finishes. There's a lot of stuff that can happen, a lot of chain wrestling depending on how the opponent will react. But two ways to finish that are really go very well in hand in hand. If it defends one, you can do the other, and vice versa. But let's start with this Copes run. I'll talk about something. When I first started wrestling, I quite liked the single leg, okay? But I saw a lot of people teach it and do it in a way that when you have a single leg, I can't remember what grip they exactly showed, but the main idea was that they like hold the leg this here, okay? Like this position. This is like, we take a single leg here and then we try to do something from here. And it felt really counterintuitive to me, and I'll explain you my logic behind this. I don't like this. When you have somebody's leg, I mean, in wrestling in general, we want to off-balance the guy. Yeah, he loses balance, he falls. Simple as that. You do different types of stuff to do that, to off-balance the guy. If you take a single leg and then just lock it there, I mean, it's pretty stable, isn't it, right now? Feels good. I'm supposed to be off balanced right now. So we can just chill here, I can start looking for my overhooks, I can do stuff here. And one of the big drawbacks of this is what I like to do is, somebody sits here, you can just start grabbing his ankle and start pushing him a little bit. Like, you start off balance him because his legs are very, it's like this. Your balance is also, you put all of your base into one little area. I don't like this. Feels very counterintuitive to me, okay? So, it's very stable for him, and he can also, when it's stable, he can start doing stuff, okay? On the contrary, I want him to keep moving. I want him to be like off balance and then to do something. So there's that. And the way we're gonna do it, I will get one more thing. So one of the things is this position. I don't like to hold it like stable here, like this. We want to keep moving. To keep moving, you need to move your legs, yeah? That's where you generate movement. You want to control the leg with your hands. We'll look at the grip. But you want to have a lot of movement possibilities, different directions, pull, push, left, right, turn. And another thing is that I really don't like, especially, now if it would be straight wrestling, I would actually wouldn't mind this, where you have your head on the outside. I wouldn't mind this. This is actually, it's a decent position. You can switch to a lot of stuff here. You can do many things here. It's just for nogi, for submission wrestling, Yeah, everybody knows. You can start, this is guillotine. It can be very annoying. At the minimum, it's very annoying. At the maximum, you get submitted, yeah? Because good guillotine, it's pretty difficult, and you have to, there's also, I mean, I find it much easier to defend when the leg's outside. It's already, it's very easy for me to take this. We're not going to do it today, but I find it very easy to defend the head on the outside. And you have to be, like if I have the head outside, I'd have to quickly start walking the other leg on the other side, and so that he cannot do what I just did as a defense. But it's like guillotine, that defense, I don't like it again. I don't want to speak in absolutes, don't do it. It's like, I mean, different options, different situations. But I like to keep the head inside and keep my legs free. So that's like the start of it, that we have our head on the inside when we take the single legs, and we're ready to move here, okay? That's the base of everything that we're going to do. And now we're going to go straight into the grip. We're going to focus quite a bit of time that you understand how to control with your hands and how to start off balancing the guy. And we'll do it in several steps. So first of all, one guy is standing there, one leg in front. We're just going to grab it. Again, it's not today, it's not about setups. We're not going to do many setups here or any setups. We're just going to grab the leg. So take the leg like in a mirror stance, like this way. I wouldn't want, like this is awkward if I keep my head on the inside. Like I'd have to keep my head on the outside. So you have like a mirror stance here. Okay, you could just step behind the leg here, squat down a little bit, and then put your chest on his side here. Chest on the thigh, and grab the leg here. Now, again, we'll do it in a few times. I'll keep adding you details here. But the first thing that I want you to focus on is that, look, I'm a bit sideways here, yeah? The hand that is coming on the outside will be the bottom, I would say the bottom hand here. Bottom in the sense that it's against his leg. The other one is just going to grab around it. And I like to take this like I don't know what you call it, this like I don't know, butterfly grip, or I just I curl my fingers, and I keep his knee against my chest here. I pull it and I lean on it at the same time. And we can just stop here because there's going to be quite a few details here to actually control this well. And then we'll do that throughout the training. So I'll do it a few more times. So here's one leg forward, take a mirror stance, okay? Step really close to it, don't go like far here. Step really close to it, really close to it. And from here I just squat my chest into the leg and I grab it above the knee, just above the knee there. Again, I'll focus more on the details as we continue. Bring it up, I push down with my chest, I pull up with my hands up here. And I just stay here. Just maybe if you want, you can just push a little bit here and then go again. This is a very simple thing. We'll start building from there. So grab your partner and let's go. And don't squeeze your legs, keep your legs wide. But we'll keep talking about that more. Yeah. And again, there are no absolutes. I mean, people have their own little details and like to do different ways. So I will try to get my idea across today. So, yeah. So, first of all, the grip. Again, I like to go a little bit like, you know, this is more loose here. I would like to get a little bit tighter. Again, very general concept. You want to, you know, you're attacking something. The guy who's attacking something in grappling generally wants to be as tight as possible around the other guy as much as possible so that you can manipulate him well, you know. If there's so much space here, I can't do much here, yeah? I want to be really, really tight here. Now I can manipulate him easy. Well, the same thing here, okay? So that's why when I grab this, I like to, you know, go, not just here, because this is more loose. Look at my elbows, there's more space here. So I like to go a little bit deeper here, a little bit deeper, so that I can wrap it more. Again, the outside hand is just coming around the leg and the other one kind of wraps it in, okay? That's how I like to keep it. So less space here. I keep everything elbows tucked in. Now, I guess one of the things why people maybe do this is because they don't want to have the other guy put his leg on the outside. Yeah, this one. Okay, maybe they feel like, now you can't. It's good. I would do it too. If I can do it, I will put my leg on the outside when I defend it. But there's other ways to make it hard for him and not to be able to do it, rather than just keeping it, you know, static with your feet. So one of the fixes is try to focus on your hands here. The other thing is, look, I'm on one side, I'm not little bit, I'm definitely one side more forward. I'm not here. Again, it's more space here. So what I try to do is I use my knee as a little bit like a wedge here. You know, see, it's like underneath his leg a little bit. Now there's not space for him to, it's easily just put his leg outside. If I'm standing here, of course, it's very easy for him to take the leg outside. That's why I say you take a mirror stance and you step deep through. Look, I kind of like plant my knee already here. I try to plant it behind him. Now I start like pushing him a little bit, maybe. There we get, gotcha. And when you have one side forward here with the grip here, and I think about my thigh and knee like a little bit, I'm pinching his leg against my knee here. So when he tries to now turn his leg out to the outside, it's not easy. It doesn't just go outside. And I still maintain ability to move here quickly. So look again on your grip. The less space, the better. One side forward and start thinking about that lead leg, creating this like a blockade behind his leg. Here, there's a blockade. So I put it here, it's out. So I keep it on the inside. On the inside, make it hard for him. Go again. So let's go back to the grip. Let's talk more about the hands, what they're doing. So essentially what you, but I basically want to do on his leg a little bit, it's like this kind of a pressure, like it's a little bit like turn this way. It should be. Turn this way. And that's what I'm doing with the grip, and also with my leg is helping that. So when I have the grip here, you see, because I'm sideways, this is coming like a little bit diagonal, this hand. It's coming a little bit diagonally, the other one wraps it, okay? So, you see, my bottom hand is more on the calf here, and the other one is coming more on the thigh here. So yes, I pinch it, I keep my elbows close, but now I also make this like a little bit like, I rotate this like a little bit. Push this one forward and this one backward here. So I feel like his leg is like, it's turned this way. It's not easy for him to turn back, and it forces him to be a little bit sideways. You should be able to do that with your grip. If you can't, your grip, it's not there yet, okay? So when you grab this, again, you have to be inside. Like here, I can't do it. I have to be one side forward. And I feel look, his leg is on almost on my, like a thigh here, yeah? Here, and this hand pinches it against my leg. And the other one is I push it down here, almost like a crossface. When you do it, Mom, there we go. Now I keep it. And I can easily, it's very nicely stuck there. It doesn't come out easily. And I can keep my legs quite free and mobile here to do stuff here, okay? But I'm still controlling him quite well. One more time. Let's try the other side. Okay, so I have the grip, and again, I'm sideways. I push down here. Hands are pulling, shoulder is pressing against the thigh, and the other hand, this forearm, is pulling is like a calf towards me. So I have this pressure there. This pressure, try to understand it. Let's go. Because everything else will be easy, in my opinion, at least. Once you understand that you can control it, maybe it doesn't look like I'm very tight there, but there's a lot of pressure keeping this area of the knee in a certain direction. There's a lot of pressure there. I'll remind you of the legs. So now a lot of you want to still like pinch it, like you feel like I can't pinch it with my legs. No, you don't have to pinch it with the legs. See, for him to take it out, so now there's space, he will take it up, yeah? So I step this one forward and then I step this one backwards. There's no space for him to take the leg back if I have this one quite forward here. So a lot of you still have it a little bit back here trying to pinch it. You don't need to, you can just step it in there. Now, it's very good, you're so close to him. You can later on chain wrestle very easily. You can try to maybe even step somewhere because you're so close here, the other leg. You can do great many things. Here, maybe you could even, there's so many options. You don't want to limit yourself static and be away. You want this leg forward. So look, I'm very wide here. I'm not trying to pinch anything here. My hands are controlling with that pressure that I showed you, okay? So this one creates a blockade for the leg. Again, you can almost think like his leg is sitting on my leg here. There's no space, or it's very hard for him to take the leg out. Go again, think about it. I feel like once you get what we're trying to hold the grip, rock his leg this way. Once you get that, you will be in a good form. A lot of you were asking, what if he pushes my head? Pushes my head. Don't worry about it. We'll deal with it a little bit later. Okay? Not a problem. We'll add another thing now. You will keep practicing all the time. That position. I will keep emphasizing this. The grips, creating that shoulder pressure on one side. There's many details there. You need to keep it pulling. You need to keep it rotating. rotating, not just rotating, really the shoulder is crunching, the other one is pulling, you're creating that, it's like a kimura, yeah? It's almost like a kimura here. And you gotta keep the front leg forward, because that's blockading him. And then you start moving. So I understand, there's a lot of moving parts there. But if you get it, I think it's very good. So we'll add now a little bit movement here because your legs are free. You want to finish. We're going to do some movements, and we're going to then go into the two things that we're going to do to finish. But you want to start moving him, okay? Because stability is good for him. The stability is good for the person who's getting attacked. I want everything to be just the way it is. If you're attacking me, stop there. Don't go forward. Just let me defend, okay? No, you have the advantage. You took the leg. You have a control. Use it. Keep off balancing, and then finish it, okay? So we'll do a little exercise here. So you can just walk with it a little bit. So what I like to do here, there's like a couple of main things, although for exercise sake we could do anything really here. But basically what I try to do is when I turn forward here, I also try to it's not just turning, I try to go like a forward, like we're going forward, we keep moving here. We keep moving here. I don't want stability there. So when I do this, I don't do it stationary here, okay? You turn and you step forward. You turn and you step forward. You turn and step forward. It's a good exercise to maintain your control and keep moving, okay? It adds a complexity to the movement, but if it would be easy, everybody would do it, yeah? Okay? That's that with everything in life. So, I have this pressure here, and one of the directions is I go forward, but I rotate at the same time. So, I take the, kind of similar like when we do with the Greco-Roman here, we step a little bit forward, and then we take the bottom leg here. We just keep going like this. Similar here. So I have this one, I step forward and I keep rotating, I keep turning here. Boom, I keep pushing him with my body, I'm like ramming him forward here. Now, just give this one some tries, then we'll add more direction into the movement. Let's go. Okay, bring it in. So now we're gonna start getting into the part of the finishing, because it also comes from the movement. Now I believe it's called running the pipe in English. Sit down. I like it very much. I think most of my finishes from single leg are from that. So when you get here, the other direction and the one where I'm gonna actually finish him. There could be a lot of movements here in all sorts of directions, okay? But I keep it moving. But once I now start trying to finish him, trying to sit him down, and it's usually try to do it immediately when you take the leg. What we did was just now. It's good exercise. You get a little bit maintaining control, moving. It's good for the coordination. To actually finish it for running the pipe or sitting him down, I want him to put his buttocks to the mat here. And the way you do it, okay? So you're here. Okay, I have the control here. So you make a little steps backwards. So and it's important that you first take the steps before you pull. You could try to just pull here as well. But if you take a little bit of a space first, you can make a bigger pull, quicker pull, and you add a quick angle turn. It makes it harder for him to stay balanced. Okay, because in this position, yeah. So when he, yeah, because I want to, I'm sideways. I want to keep balancing this leg when I'm here. I want to stay low here, try to stay balanced. Yeah, that's what I want to do here. I start fighting. Okay. So the better you make the quicker and more forceful turn and bigger turn you make, the harder it is for me to stay in balance. So that's why. So we're here. I take a little step backwards. Little step backwards, and then we don't need to even finish him. Well, let's just do the finish as well. You can need to start practicing this. So I take a little step backward with both of my feet. Once you usually do the front leg first because it's steep here. This one was steep. So I take this one back, the other one back, and now I pull him into me, and I go a little bit backwards. Okay, pull and I come backwards, and to add. The final touch to it is that you need to turn into him at the same time, like lean down with your chest. You just push him, you basically push him down with your chest and your head, okay? So I got the single leg here, so I take this little step backwards, now I make a pull. I pull with my hands, and I shift my my weight backwards here. I'm more forward. I shift it backwards, and I shift it. And I try to plant my face, plant my chest into his thigh, and push him down. Notice that I will squat quite low. One of the mistakes, I'll say it immediately, maybe you can spot it when you do it, is that people like to, they pull and then they do this. They pull, they do this, and they wonder why it doesn't work. But all you did was you pulled and you made like, look at how much movement I made. Okay, 20, 30 centimeters maybe. But when I pull, I can go on my knees even. Just so I can just put him down there. So when we're here now, I go, look, I can go and take my feet underneath me. So it's just so I can keep going there. It's one of the biggest mistakes I see people do. When they do this, they make this small movement and a little bit like that. And then the other guy won't fall. So, little step, pull, and now I go down, I go down. I go down myself, if I have to. Maybe sometimes you'll fall without me going too much down, but you gotta be ready for this. That you will drop to your own knees. I'll do one more time, and then you can practice. Over here, a little bit space, pull, pull, and now I go, look, I go, boom. I go down there. Okay, give it a shot. Yeah, stop for a moment. I'll show you a detail, maybe that will help you to go lower. Okay, I see quite a few people standing, trying to do this. Again, it might happen, it could, it can fall. Good, but if it's a good guy, good wrestler, good balance here, not easy to take him down. You would have to go low. So yeah, I take the steps, I start pulling him, and then you can do it very slowly. You don't need to do it fast. So we're just practicing here so you understand the mechanics. You can later on, you know, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Yeah, you just want to do it slowly and do it correctly, and speed will come as like a pipe rather. Okay, so the lead leg that you have leading here. So once you start pulling and rotating him down, just take your lead leg like backwards. It's almost like you just go down on your on the lead leg. It was in the front, and you keep coming down. Back, you put the knee on the mat, and now I'm already low here. So I'll do it very slowly. Okay, so I'm here. Okay, I start pulling him. Look, I start going like this. Let's just bam. Okay, maybe that will help you to make this movement in a controlled manner, so you can go low, and you want to keep hugging this, pressing him down, keeping it really tight here. One more time. So we're here. So I take it back. Look, I take it so much back here. Bam, here. Okay, give it a try. Try to go low, very low. It's good. Some of you were doing it very well. Some of you were doing it, you were trying to do it very well. But you were actually trying to go down. I mean, anything skill you learn, you don't know it immediately, you know? I want to play guitar, it's not like I'm going to, you know, be Jimi Hendrix on day one. No, nobody, you like awful sound, you know? Just as long as you have good direction, you know what you're supposed to do, and you can, you know you're making mistakes, and you try to fix your mistakes, you will keep getting better and better and better. Okay, so very good effort. Some of you got it like very well. Maybe you've wrestled before. I really wanted you to try to go low, because that's going to be that's what's going to differentiate if it's a good guy, can you take him down or not. If you just do a little turn and little push, it's not enough to off balance. It will have good pace. It will stay here, and then we'll keep fighting. But if you follow him down, that means you're dragging him down there. You're dragging him down here. You keep dragging him. You keep dragging him down. This is where you put it down. So it's a difference from here, or you go down here. Like he can't be standing if his leg is here. You understand? Yeah. Like he cannot be standing if his leg is here. He's tired here. Now we'll go to the other finish, and they'll go very well in hand together. And this is now to all of you who are asking me, what if he pushes your leg? You know, well, sorry, what if he pushes your head? Very common. Yeah, he will do that, especially. Hey, do it the same way. Yeah, it feels like so natural. Of course, I'm going to push it. Well, push him. Just like with everything in combat sports, you got to have answers to stuff, and that's what he can do very easily. It's very natural. From this position, I'm here. I'm sideways now. It's like a push me sign. Yeah. So I'm here, and if he starts pushing, or sometimes it'll happen also. I have the leg, so it doesn't need to particularly push me. Sometimes I will rotate here, and you know it gets slippery. Okay. I might have it very tight. It gets sweaty, and sometimes I do this, and it's just slide here. You know. I try to, but it's slid here. Either way, what's going to happen is you're going to be lower on the leg, yeah? Because now you're close to the thigh. You're close to the thigh, so push me. So he pushes me. I still keep holding the leg. Now we're lower, but this is perfect. You know, this is where we have the lever to switch to the ankle grip. Okay? It's hard to take ankle grip when you're close. So when we're close here, you know, and he tries to take the ankle grip here. It's hard lever because I can push it down. I have a lot of weight here on my leg. I can push it down easily. And if I try to push it down, he could actually turn me now very easily. I could, oh, spam. If I try to do it there. But if I push him away, my leg is like, it's so easy. Now you're opening the door from the, you know, the handle actually, yeah, because it's very light. I'm back here, you know, the leg is there. It's easy for him to take like a low grip, more towards the ankle, the better lever you have, okay? So when you're close, when I'm close here, I can try to turn it. Maybe, again, there's chain wrestling, there's other things that can happen. Maybe you can switch double leg comes, maybe you take the body. Many things can happen. But if I'm not close, okay? If I'm not close, for whatever reason, maybe I try to take him down, but I slip here. Then we're gonna try, then at least, that's what I do. I try to take the ankle down. There's details to this, I'll show you a few details. Okay, so let's say he pushed me, push my head. Yeah, so I'm here. What I want to do is, again, that leg, look, it's like underneath this. It's like making it harder for him to now push this leg down. He can't push it down. If my own leg is like posting on it, like he's posting on my leg. If I'm like this, and now try, it's easier for him to push it down. So, and I had this in front all the time anyway. Push my head, push my head. Look, I take the step here. Look, I stepped it very purposefully. I take this position. Now you can't protect his ankle. It's very hard for him to protect the ankle. And here I switch. You can switch here. You could maybe try it immediately, take the underhook here. But in general, you take the overhook from near the more lower the ankle, the better the lever. Okay? So this is pretty good, right near the Achilles tendon. And when you lift it, backwards and upwards, not immediately here. Because here again, it's easier. It's easier for him if you want to pull him, so he's like jumping when you pull the ankle, not when you're stationary. So he pushes my head. I mean, it feels, I've done it quite a few times, so it feels very natural to me when I feel this. Like, there we go. Sorry. Like, take it easy. Don't lift too high. No need to pull so quickly. I know he can take it so. Anyway, push again. He pushes my head. I shift my front leg here. I make this little step. So now I have that post underneath his leg. Now I switch this outside hand. The other one stays here. I lift the ankle, and I keep pulling him. Pull and lift. Pull and lift. The lower the ankle, the better the lever. Lifting here is like lifting the door from the hinge again. So I slide as low as I can from here. And eventually I would like to squat down, go really low here. Pull his ankle over the head. If you're not a freestyle wrestler, you know, Olympic, you won't do any somersaults or defenses. You're gonna fall. We can now walk here. 1 minute. We can walk here. Let's walk here 1 minute if you want. You're gonna fall down. It's if you have it. So one more time and then you try. Take the same grip. Let him push you. Okay. I plant the feet like this. This one. I put the post underneath his leg. From where the ankle is, that's the lever. There's the lever, there's the lever. There we go. We can just stay here all day. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Okay, give it a try. So I mean, again, I understand. There's a lot of details. So I'll explain it just because a lot of you were asking this, and I'll I'll explain one more time. You want to work with, in grappling in general, you want to work with best levers you can, because that's the less strength you have to use. Okay? So, again, I was here, okay? He pushed me away, okay? So, first thing was that putting your leg underneath there. Yeah, that was because some of you were trying to stoop from here. If I do it from here, there's nothing stopping him. Or I need to use much more strength to keep it in place and lift it. If I put my leg underneath it there first, so we're here, okay, push me. Yes, so I put my leg there. Okay, so now it's easier for me. He cannot go lower here, or it's much harder for him to push his leg lower because my foot is underneath, yeah? And then I want to work with best levers that I can. So the hand that is over here, that's gonna come and take as low as it can, near the ankle, it's gonna take the grip. From here, you're gonna pull, but notice when I'm pulling, the other hand will slide also lower here. Because this is the best lever, is right here is the best lever. Lifting anywhere from here makes it easier for him to stop pushing it down. Try to use the best levers. Okay, so I was here, he pushes, I put my foot there, okay, I switch the hands, I lift with both hands at my body, like a little bit like a deadlift, but I slide also this hand to the best lever it can, here. And at this position, look, here, again, I try to work like this, I'm also using my stomach a little bit to make it harder for him to push his leg down. Yeah, he's pushing into my stomach here. So when I lift it, so when I pull it back and I lift it, I try to move my stomach a little bit underneath it so that I can make it to switch with as little force as possible. Okay, give it a few more tries. Bring it in. We're basically done. I will just say a couple of closing words, and that's that. So I hope you, again, as I said in the beginning, there's no absolutes that this is like the best way to do it or finish or control the single leg. I try to give you my reasoning. I want a lot of mobility, but a lot of the times, whenever a single leg happens, you start like moving and walking. You want to move and walk, because I think that's much worse for him, is to keep constantly moving. Stability for him is like he can start taking more overhooks, getting more defensively sound, react better, and a lot of things can happen. Okay, there's many variations that can happen. Like these are like the two of the things that I at least in general start with. Things can happen. Sometimes you do this one, you fall here. What do you do? It's a bit different situation. But now you could ram me over. Yeah, you could start like that. There's so many variations that can happen. A lot of chain wrestling moves, double legs, whatever, duck unders. There's so many things that can happen. But in general, at least these are like what I begin with. At least I go and I try to do it, and then we see what happens after that. Yeah, I hope you have a, if not better, then a different understanding of the single leg and then control and finish. And then thank you, and I'll see you in some other camp.